I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wig, Miss Wig. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wig. Miss Wig.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Before we get into this video, everything I say is not motherfucking fact in this bitch, so don't take it as such.
Girls can't take my motherfucking mouth, bitch. My mouth is real, it is raw, it is raunchy, bitch. I'm gonna give the girls exactly what the fuck they asked for. The girls is going to know my wrath. Trust me.
Let me see you step, 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 step. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Ah, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to wake the fuck up. I'm Karen Hooker's Wig, or the Wigiana, and if you are a new user, welcome to my channel. Now, if you are a returning user, shout out to you for being an OG and a loyal motherfucker. Okay, I will be recapping and going over. Hold on. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'm out of breath. Okay, I will be going over the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 2 in this bitch. Now, if you don't want to hear me recap and go over things, I gotta catch my breath again. You can kindly go to my Patreon and watch these edits earlier than they are posted on YouTube, which kindly supports my channel as I do not get paid for my videos that I post on here due to copyright type things in this bitch, okay? So, enough of my spiel, and let's get into the Real Housewives, like I said, of Beverly Hills reunion part 2. And let me catch my breath.
I'm learning a lot about myself.
I'm going to say this. I think you were reckless. Because you said I had a drinking problem, that I don't eat.
What was going on with you there?
I was off.
You were
100% I was off.
But it was like an aggressive off.
Something was going on.
Okay, yeah, you may have to move to London and get extra money every month. Listen.
If you're not even going to be sympathetic to me, and I'm telling you what was going on with me in my life.
I told her. I said I didn't know if this was your first drink or your fifth, or it was your medicine for your foot.
I take gabapentin at night when I go to bed. You're going to tell everybody I don't eat?
Well, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I've seen you push around a plate and say that you have some disorder where you choke and can't eat your food.
See, now you're going to make fun of really something that is wrong with me. I really am.
Okay,
You've
guys,
already
does
lost
anybody
2
know what I'm
sisters.
saying
Do you want
here?
to lose a third? You said I pushed my feet around and I didn't eat.
Well, that's that. I will say that again.
Hold on. I thought y'all shouldn't be talking about people's eating habits, especially as one who had an eating disorder. I don't think that's really right. But I know you're doing so in reply to Miss Sutton coming for you. But you guys are both hypocrites in this bitch because y'all both do the same things to each other and then get upset. So what's going on? And then I saw a clip talking about y'all had sexual tension in this bitch. Or maybe not y'all. Well, Sutton said that as a joke, maybe, with some underlining truth. I've been wondering what the fuck is going on between y'all two to have this relationship go so sour. So I've been wondering, have one of y'all wanted each other or something of the sort? Or did some scissoring go wrong? I'm not trying to start no rumors. I'm just going off what y'all are presenting and trying to figure out what the fuck y'all are really mad at each other for. Because y'all, again, both do the same things to each other and then get upset. So.
Do you know what that did to me?
What did I ever do to you to warrant you doing what you did to me at the weed dinner at my party? You have a lot of nerve to
That's
say
not a seedling that
I
you've
was,
done anything wrong.
And not a seedling?
Nope.
You acted like I did something wrong to you instead of saying, are you okay? Do you need a friend?
Okay, let me preference this and say I'm not Team Kyle in this bitch, but even if I was, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say, as I know some of y'all are in the comments talking about, no Kyle, fuck Kyle. I totally get it. But in this instance, I agree with her, as nobody really pulled her to the side and asked her what was going on or did a one-on-one. Y'all kind of did it in a group setting, which can put somebody on the defense when you guys are at dinner parties asking her why she doesn't have her wedding ring on. But do I feel bad for Kyle? Not really, as I was reminded by you guys that she has done this to other people in the past. So girl, like I said earlier on my analysis of Kyle, she's a motherfucking hypocrite. But she is right in this instance, as nobody again did pull her to the side.
Like, you talk about, you don't know who I am. It's like, okay, who is this now? You're just very different.
But mine's a physical thing.
Well, and they're not drinking. It's just different. She's gotten very thin. Mm-hmm. We were in Las Vegas. We're on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And she's
going to the gym for like 3 hours.
I did notice the sapphire and diamond ring that she's wearing now.
That's not her usual ring. I don't pay.
No, it's brand new.
Okay, hold on in this bitch. My memory is going sour because I clearly forgot Miss Dorit did pull Kyle to the side and ask what was going on with their husband. She said, girl, you better not mess up this menage a trois or else I'm gonna beat your ass. Which is now why you see Kyle and Dorit falling out. I'm playing. But on a real note, Dorit did pull Kyle to the side and ask her what was going on. So I really just lied and said nobody did. But when I say that, I mean like Garcelle and Sutton. And when they did, or when Sutton did, it was at an event where she was being kind of confrontational about asking what was going on in Kyle's life. But again, do I feel bad for Kyle? No, because she has done this to others in the past. So
What makes you so entitled to think that you are owed an explanation of everything that's going on in my bedroom?
you want to rumble with the beat, huh? Let me roll the clip on Kyle's ass. Let me roll the clips on Kyle's ass. Let me roll the clips on... Shout out to you, little Kim. I'm doing your little move. Anyways, Kyle, your clips are ready. I'm about to eat your ass up because you're being a hypocrite. As weren't you doing this to Miss Denise, wanting to know what was going on in her bedroom with her and Brandy? You said it was a reality show, so she should be open and honest. And you're on a reality show, so you should be open and honest what's going on with you.
When things are brought out into the open and put out, they have to address in this
They
group.
do not.
Lisa from Wisconsin said, why do you all say, I don't care what Denise and Brandy do in private, and then you're talking about it constantly and then covering your faces and acting shocked? People thought you were being anti-bisexual.
I saw a lot of that, and actually it has nothing to do with that. It was, if you hear someone has, a married woman has an affair and you're on a reality show, it's going to come up, especially it's been said on camera.
You want me to spill everything that's happened in my marriage because you feel
anything.
that I
We
owe
had
that
questions.
to you.
You have tattoos. You're working out.
So
You've
what?
made
What do
a
you
lot
care?
of life. You've
I
made
have
a
not done
lifestyle
anything
change
to hurt
that was
anybody in this
on.
group.
You have
came
got
in this
to
season
understand this at some
just
point.
to come
Kyle.
after me.
Kyle, what? I did what? I did
yeah,
what?
you came into this season just to come after me.
Okay, Kyle, you're not a victim in this bitch. While I don't agree with the way the girls were questioning you about what was going on in your marriage, I feel like you're wanting grace that you haven't given to people in the past, i.e. Denise, with wanting to know what was going on in her relationship or her marriage and her bedroom, and now you're shocked and shook when people are doing it to you.
We learned at the start of the season that you were recovering from yet another horrific robbery. There were a lot of questions about this.
Hold on, Miss Garcelle. I saw that. Why are you rolling your eyes at the conversation of Dorit and her robbery? Hi, girl.
I read Dorit said the $10K in cash was for Christmas bonuses for her staff, but I don't understand why she brought it into the store and left it in a shopping cart.
When I was driving home to do the Christmas bonuses, I thought, I don't know if I have enough. Oh, I remember seeing the box cards. I'm going to stop quickly and pick up the box cards. I went to Marshall's.
Okay, I'm not trying to say you lying, but you got me confused in this bitch. Hold on. I don't think it's clicking for me. Why were you carrying around $10,000? And I get it was for bonuses in this bitch, but you couldn't write them no checks. You was giving them cash. I mean, I'll take cash too. Yes, cash money. But I'm just confused on why your dumb ass would be after getting robbed. Okay, I'm not trying to victim shame. I'm just saying something ain't right with this story.
Which is a fan.
Wow, Dorit goes to Marshalls.
I love Marshalls and Home Goods.
Just kidding.
Okay.
And when I got to the register, I couldn't find my bag. We had a really difficult year. He was spending a lot of time in London. He had a lot of business there. And it was a year that I needed him the most.
You didn't feel protected.
Well, I also didn't feel supported enough. And I didn't feel as connected. I've always been the girl that soldiers on. That's who I am. That's who PK knows.
Right.
I definitely underestimated how big of a setback this last incident had on me.
We've been robbed 3 times, right? The first time, he's been caught, he's been sent to jail for 25 years. Done. Second time, they haven't done it, the home invaders. But when Dorit had her, I don't even know if you know this, when Dorit had her money stolen at Marshall's when they took the handbag, they caught him as well. And now they caught him. And now the probation, the probation officer rang me. Well, whoever they caught and said, do you want restitution and all this?
How come no one said anything to me?
Well, you know what? I don't particularly want to talk about traumatic things. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's
Sweetheart, I would love to know
like, yeah,
that
they caught him.
did.
They caught that gang.
There was 3 guys. I know 2 of them
I
had
don't
priors.
know, but all I know is they caught him.
But they have one.
Yeah.
They have one.
Yeah.
So who did you speak to? The detective?
I spoke to the detective, and then the probation officer called me, because there's a thing in America called restitution, which basically means
you have to pay back.
He has to pay it back, but he can't pay it back, so he pays back at £25 a month forever.
Honey, why am I not involved?
He's paying it back in pounds?
I think, no, he's not paying back in pounds. Anyway, it doesn't...
No, sweetheart,
honey,
what,
I only took the call yesterday from the probation officer.
I just love that I'm learning about this now. When they actually looked back at the footage, there were 3 men had followed and targeted me.
Somebody is lying, somebody is lying, somebody is lying, somebody... I know y'all are tired of me singing, but somebody is lying in this bitch, okay? And I'm not trying to play Dorit and PK, and I'm trying to have some sensitivity towards the topic of them getting robbed, as I know it's a serious matter, and she apparently or allegedly had a gun to her head. But again, these stories do not add up to me, because in that flashback clip that you saw, PK said that the robbers were caught. But you didn't tell your wife, and that was the first time she was hearing it. And you can tell that she was gagged, unless she was acting. And you're claiming that you didn't want to tell her because you didn't want to traumatize her. Bitch, she's already been traumatized enough. She's been robbed 3 times. I think she's been traumatized enough. I feel like letting her know that the robbers were caught, or one of them, or how many ever one of them were caught, would help her anxiety to know that they were caught and in jail or going to be in jail. So, I mean, something, again, is not adding up to me. I'm not sure if PK is setting Miss Dorit up to get robbed and hit upside her head so he can get some funds, insurance funds. I don't want to put that out there. I'm just, well, it's already out there. So I'm not putting shit out there. I'm just reporting the news and what I'm seeing with my eyes and trying to conclude with what is not making sense. Okay.
Fans weren't the only ones questioning the details of your robberies. Garcelle had some questions of her own, particularly about your jewelry. Paul Stan 1 said that was a nasty comment from Garcelle to imply Dorit's robbery was fake.
Well, listen, 7 years I've been on the show.
Yes.
I've heard a lot, and
yes.
I'm no stranger to it. But that was shocking, and it really cut deep. And I've been debating whether or not I text her and say, is this really like how you feel? What did hurt me, I heard Garcelle, who's a friend of mine, in her confessional, say, make a passing comment about, the only jewelry I've ever noticed was the jewelry that Dorit was wearing after she was robbed, insinuating that there was in any way
No, it's fueling,
not
it's
exactly
fueling the
what I
rumor.
had said.
It's fueling the rumor.
It certainly is, because, again, I really have not seen a large number or really any, comments about it not being real. I've had a very, very different experience. I've had thousands of people reach out to me, and those kinds of things, it's almost shocking. Like, wait a minute, this is like, here within, we have the reunion coming up, I'll understand exactly what she meant by that and what she doesn't believe, because it sounded almost like she,
Well, it's the nature of the show.
The children and I had just flown in from London
Yes, that I
24
remember.
hours prior.
Yeah.
The things that I had traveled with, including my rings, were not in the place that they are normally.
Got it.
So, what other details?
Ooh, Dorit has had enough of y'all calling her a liar. But to be honest, if the shoe fits, I'm not trying to call you a liar, and you don't have anything to prove to me. Obviously, just to the insurance claims people, as y'all are trying to get the funds from. Okay, I'm
Allegedly, because I don't need them doing nothing over here, okay? Stay away from my page.
Okay, but Dorit was, or not Dorit, hold on. Garcelle was throwing shady comments around about Miss Dorit's robbery, so I do see why Dorit was or is upset with Miss Garcelle, because if I was really robbed, I would be upset with anybody questioning me. But again, I guess my opinion doesn't matter, but I think myself that this situation is a little flim-flam. Like, something ain't right. I'm not sure if you're in on it, Miss Dorit, or not, but I definitely think PK is in on it. I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but something, again, is not right.
Well, I thought it was strange that a robber would be so kind to listen to you and leave your phone by the gate.
She was amazing, and the reality is, if you track back to that period, I read about, as if this would happen, as if this would happen. It all happened. That's what happened. Do you understand? So when they talk about, well, why would the burglar or the home invader leave the phone on the floor? This is why he did, because Dorit pleaded, showed them where everything was, and said she can't phone anyone, she doesn't have a phone, and obviously something triggered with that robber, or whatever you want to call him, that he did actually leave the phone on the floor. That's what he did. And that's how she managed to call me. And then they go, as if that. But that's what happened.
I had a gun to my head, and the guy was saying to kill her. Let me finish, please.
No, I know the story.
Like Garcelle, I've had enough of hearing about this robbery. I mean, technically, Garcelle does need to hear it, as she was making shady comments about the robbery and had questions. And I mean, so do I. But I feel like Dorit's not really answering them truthfully. Or maybe she don't know the truth. Like I said, maybe PK is in on whatever has happened to her and she doesn't know. Or maybe she is in on it. I don't know, and I don't want to assume something so dark about Miss Dorit. But again, this story is not convincing me. And I know it's not to convince me, but I'm not convinced as a viewer and a fan.
It's just not that crazy.
Okay.
But what is crazy is to actually go on national television and to peddle a false
What national
narrative.
television? What do you mean?
Garcelle, not you playing dumb. I need you to own your shade, okay? You talking about what national television show? Hello? The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? That you are on? That you filmed for? You don't remember? And all the stuff you were saying? I'm with you, but you don't remember your shade?
Oh, on our show.
You and your confessional.
Oh, I have my opinions, and the fact that I'm sharing them is just, that's my opinion. It doesn't change your world in any way.
Of course it does.
Okay, so I've had enough of this storyline, clearly. We're going to move on. But before we move on, hold on. I guess I will say that I understand where Dorit is coming from, as Garcelle was making shady comments towards Dorit in her robbery all season in her confessionals. Now, this isn't to say, like, I do feel like Garcelle would say these things to Dorit's face, but she just never did. So I don't know if that's being fake or scary, but I, again, do feel like she would say these things to her face as she has at this reunion. So yeah, is it right? Not really, if this is supposed to be your friend, but we all have questions and they're not really getting answered with these flim-flam stories. The person you should be upset with is your husband, as in that flashback clip that I showed earlier. He revealed that he found out the robbers got caught just a few days prior to that interview, and you didn't even know.
But when Dorit had her, I don't even know if you know this, when Dorit had her money stolen at Marshall's when they took the handbag, they caught him as well. And now they caught him. And now the probation, the probation officer rang me. Well, whoever they caught and said, do you want restitution and all this?
How come no one said anything to me?
Well, you know what? I don't particularly want to talk about traumatic things. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's
Sweetheart, I would love to know
that
they
caught
did.
him. They caught that gang.
There was 3 guys. I know 2 of them had
I don't
priors.
know, but all I know is they caught him.
But they have one.
Yeah.
They have one.
Yeah.
So who did you speak to? The detective?
I spoke to the detective, and then the probation officer called me, because there's a thing in America called restitution, which basically means
you have to pay back.
He has to pay it back, but he can't pay it back, so he pays back at £25 a month forever.
Honey, why am I not involved?
He's paying it back in pounds?
I think, no, he's not paying back in pounds. Anyway, it doesn't...
No, sweetheart,
honey, I only took the call yesterday.
What's going on? Okay, because how do you not know the ins and the outs of what's going on in your case? And your husband didn't even tell you the robbers were caught, which would help ease your anxiety. What's happening here? I need y'all to get y'all stories together before y'all get upset with other people questioning your sour stories. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Miss Erika's redemption arc. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, it's interesting because there was a theory among viewers, and I think by some of you in the group, that you did not want to show empathy towards Tom's alleged victims because it would somehow make you seem guilty or complicit.
Trying to talk to you.
No, you're not trying to talk to me. You're trying to accuse me of lying, and I'm not a liar. Do you know something about my life that I don't? If you do, speak up. I'm very interested to know. Look at me. I'll go head on with you all f***ing day. I'm telling the truth. You ever call me a liar again? I'm coming for you.
It's about trying to make people whole, that's all.
There is a place to make people whole, and it in a court of law, not in the court of public opinion.
You believe that just because somebody says so?
No one said so. That's how I feel.
No.
No one's telling me to care about victims. I care.
Yeah, but you're not
Let's get
caring-
real.
Yeah, let's get real. You're not caring without facts, though.
My thing is, you can still show compassion. You can still show compassion. Whether you think your ex-husband did it or not, you can say, you know what he did is messed up, but I can feel for these people.
Garcelle, he won the court cases.
But they didn't get it.
But they didn't get the money.
Right. So they're victims.
They were already victims.
Right, true.
He won the court case. He did his
Right,
job.
good point. Good point.
It's so simple.
There you go.
I know she has empathy. Like, she shows it to me. She texts me when people are going after me. They're like, she'll text me the nicest stuff. Like, she has shown me such empathy. We're not talking about innocence, guilt. We're not talking about any of that. You know that there's people that were not paid.
Right now, she feels like she's in the fight of her life, and she doesn't like to feel like these women, that she spends all this time with, are not backing her. But it's just hard sometimes, It's very hard because it's all very confusing, and as much as we want to, there are just certain things you're like, this just doesn't make any sense.
Here's what I don't like. I'm tired of 2 years of trying to explain things to people and them not wanting to hear, not wanting to listen, and continuously pressing and asking questions. And you're continuously pressing me about things that, number one, I cannot answer. So the decision to leave was, in my opinion, why would I be here? I don't feel welcome here.
When Erika left, I knew she was upset, especially with me, because we're friends. I think she expected more from me and not for me to challenge her.
Up first, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erika Jayne might have to surrender $750,000 worth of diamonds. A bankruptcy trustee is not playing around about her diamond earrings, claiming Erika's estranged husband bought them with stolen client money. According to court docs, Tom Girardi bought the very expensive diamond earrings back in 2007 from M&M's Jewelers using a money that was in a client trust account at his old law firm, Girardi and Keese. The trustee in Girardi and Keese bankruptcy case alleges Tom hid the transaction by describing the purpose of the check on G and Keese trust account as a cost item paid to M&M. The trustee is now mandating that Erika surrender the diamond earrings to the bankruptcy estate. The judge hasn't made an official ruling yet, but Erika may have to give up the diamonds if the bankruptcy trustee wins the case. So ladies, what are your thoughts?
If I knew this information and I had those diamonds, I would not want those diamonds. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing I have diamonds that were paid for with money that was robbed from innocent families. And I would be like, I would want to turn those in. I don't want those earrings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything else to say. What
That just
he
seems
did,
like the right thing to do.
Allegedly to those victims, it's
Horrible.
It's
Horrible.
just horrible. And I would just get rid of everything. All the gifts that he gave me. I mean, I know that may seem extreme, but there are people that are still suffering to this day because they didn't receive the funds, that they should have received. So I don't even see why this is a question.
For the loss of their family members.
You can always buy other diamonds.
I think, I don't know everything, but I feel like if I was in Erika's shoes, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I would give up the diamonds quickly. I believe she's giving them to a third party until it's decided if she does have to give them back. But I agree with you. There's so much more that she could do just to, even if she's not guilty of knowing everything that Tom was doing.
Yes.
But this is a way of saying, I have compassion for you.
Right.
And therefore, take the jewelry.
Take
the
it. I
earrings,
don't even
take
want
the
it.
necklace. I mean,
That's
when
what
she
I mean.
shows up for work, she is diamond out.
Yeah, I'd be like,
You know,
I
so
want
she's
no
got
parts.
a lot. So getting rid of those diamond earrings is not going to hurt her.
Yeah, she got a lot. So why are you, I don't know.
Man, I would be like, it ain't even about what I have or what I do. If that was the last pair of diamonds I had, I'd still want to turn them over.
Right.
Like, why is this even a discussion? If somebody ever brought this to my attention and said, hey, this may have been, even if it was I'd be like,
take them.
Here, take it, because I don't even want.
Take them.
I would not want to be associated with any of that. I wouldn't want to be associated with the idea of that. I wouldn't want people to even think that these grand things that I own came from that situation. Like, that's just, I would be like,
and you wouldn't
no
get
questions.
the joy out of wearing them.
No.
You remember when we went to Garcelle's birthday party?
Yeah.
And she came over to me and you?
Yeah.
And was trying to talk to us, and we were like this.
I mean, I was trying to hear her out because you always want to hear someone out.
Yeah. But I just felt like, you know.
You didn't want to hear anything, so you wouldn't be
I was just like,
complicit
first of all, I'm on camera, you know, and you like, you know, you coming over here, and she was like, you know the people that believe me the most?
She did.
And I was like.
She actually pointed at her own skin and said they are not this.
Yeah, that's what she said. And
She was like, those are the people that are against me, and the ones that are riding with me are the people that look
and
like us.
I was like, oh, here we go.
But she did make a few good points, and what she was saying at that time was that she really had no idea. But my thing is, now that you do have an idea, you need to rectify the situation. Yeah.
So let's talk about the earrings. Why are you so intent on keeping them? Is it for financial reasons?
I do not have them.
You don't have them. At 1984 is now tweeted, I would fight for the earrings too. Erika put in the work of being married to Tom. She deserves her baubles. Ladies, how many of you would keep the earrings?
I wouldn't.
I would not.
You would not, Dorit?
No.
No.
No. I wouldn't want anything to do with it.
When you're going through legal process like this, they ask you not to comment on anything either way. So it's almost like you got to shut up.
Yeah, fuck all that. Okay, because why couldn't you show any empathy for the victims? You didn't have to admit to anything or really talk about anything if you didn't want to, but you could have just said, oh, I do feel bad for them and I'm not the victim in this situation. I mean, all I heard was, I want my earrings and I'm the victim.
When you're pushed so many times and you can't respond in the way that others think you should, that have not been in this situation, you look like you don't have empathy.
But I know that you met with a group of people.
I am at sort of a loss for what to say because we have had been standing on the opposite sides of a lot of things. Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything that you'd like to say or ask or...
Well, I don't know who you know of the victims, if you know our names. Do you know anything about us?
Not really, to be perfectly honest.
Did you see the documentary?
The Housewife and the Hustler? I did. I watched. It was a couple years ago. So explain to me or remind me.
I know it feels weird with all the mics and lights, but I mean, we've all had a lot of questions for a long time.
And nobody was really interested in my side of the story. They were interested in blaming me.
She's been given a lot in life as far as a platform. She can make the victim's life a living hell still, or she could add a little light.
Under advice of counsel is why I went. And I spoke with these women, and I thought it was important that they saw me as a person and not through the lens of a reality TV show.
Okay. Can you better explain to me why you sat down with the victims?
I cannot.
Under the advice of counsel, so you only met with the victims because your lawyer told you to make you look good? Get out of my face, okay?
I cannot.
Why not?
I cannot.
Did you learn things from them?
Yes, I did. One of them being that one of my paychecks was in a client trust fund.
This morning, Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Erika Jayne, maintaining her innocence.
If he stole the money, I'd like to know where it is.
The lawsuit against her in Illinois dismissed. The reality star appearing to claim victory on Instagram, thanking her supporters, writing, "Thank you to my friends that know me. It's a marathon." She had been named in a lawsuit with her now ex-husband, disgraced legal titan Tom Girardi, who was accused of embezzling millions of dollars from victims in the 2018 Lion Air plane crash. Her legal troubles and divorce playing out on TV.
The strongest substance on earth isn't diamonds, it's me.
But when questioned, Erika saying she did nothing wrong and was in the dark when it came to their finances.
I did nothing wrong.
but I'm not going to answer that question.
Even agreeing that the victims deserve the money.
I'm in an almost impossible situation, and anyone that has been wronged, I want them to be made whole.
Her lawyer saying in a statement, the truth is that Erika had no role in the Lion Air dealings, actions, or inaction as between the attorneys and their clients, and she never received any of the Lion Air client settlement funds. While the lawsuit has been dismissed from court in Illinois, she is not out of the woods.
The plaintiff has not only vowed to recharge and refile in California, but they've said that based on her statements and her public stance, that they intend now to be able to prove that she not only knew and knowingly benefited, but that she was part of it all along.
Chicago firm Edelson PC, who is representing some of the plane crash victims, will refile in California, telling ABC News Erika and her team have put out a false story that we abandoned our case against her and EJ Global. Adding, Erika is quite shockingly turning into a modern-day version of Marie Antoinette before our eyes. She should take accountability for her actions and return the money to the Lion Air victims. If not, we are sure we will get justice through the court system. Erika is filming the next season of Real Housewives right now. While she's no longer a housewife by marriage, the big cliffhanger now is if she will still be a defendant. She is still facing other lawsuits in court.
So it was opposite of what people are accusing you
No. I think, here's the thing. Trial's about to happen. So I guess we'll have answers there. Who knows?
And Tom has been diagnosed with dementia, but he has been ruled competent to stand trial.
Thomas isn't fooling me, okay? All of a sudden, you have dementia and Alzheimer's when these court cases come up. I'm not buying it, okay? And Miss Erika Jane, I do, again, believe you had some involvement or you knew where these funds were coming from. And if you didn't, I'll eat my words, but I'm not buying it.
I don't know how that works.
I don't understand that either. I think that there's one thing to be competent under the law. Can you aid in your own defense? And then your medical diagnosis. Like, how far along are you into it? I'm not sure.
But I just feel, my dad had Alzheimer's.
I know that.
I work with Alzheimer's Association. The standard length of survival from diagnosis to end is 9 years. So at this rate, he would be very progressed. So for Tom to be able to stand trial right now seems strange to me.
Everybody just wants to know if she had any insight of what was going on.
Why don't you drop the camera? Okay? Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He wants to answer the question.
No, he doesn't. I think she does. Let's go.
Thank you, Tom.
Oop, he got dementia, but he clearly knew Miss Erika's involvement, okay? We're going to end this recap here. I want to thank you guys for watching. And I will apologize and eat my words if Dorit's robbery situation is a true story. But like I said, I'm not believing any of it, okay? Now, we're going to end this recap here, and I want to thank y'all for watching.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.